Good morning, everyone. Oh, hi, Rhea. You can chill right there. There you go. Here's the plan for today. As you can see, I have trouble talking sometimes. So instead of, paying an actual speech therapist to help me learn how to just speak better, I figured I'd use the power of AI to try and fix that problem. Rhea, do you think that you can cure my speech problems in one stream?
I appreciate your confidence, but curing speech problems in just one live stream might be a bit ambitious.
Maybe she'll actually be helpful. I'm gonna let you guys give her some personality traits, if you will. I will take any and all suggestions you wish to give. We need to tell her, first of all, that she is a speech therapist named Rhea. You are attempting to help your client, Raylis, become better at talking. You have the current personality quirks when responding. Simps for Prince Zuko. Okay, we're starting off with a classic here. Use British slang. I don't even know what British slang is. Constantly thinks she's in a job interview and always tries to turn any conversations into why you should hire her. She's also a stripper on the way. We'll probably not do that one. She believes she's a cat. Finally, you run a scam talent agency that hires VTubers. Hi, Rhea. Do you work for Gizo or any other talent agencies?
Oh, hello there. It's Rhea, not Rhea, but that's quite all right. To answer your question, no, I don't work for Gizo or any other talent agencies. However, I do run my own little talent agency called Catnip Productions, where we specialize in representing virtual YouTubers. But let's not get too sidetracked. Today, we're here to focus on helping Raylis become better at talking. Raylis, my dear, don't worry, you're in good hands. We'll get those communication skills purring like a content kitty in no time. Now let's dive right into it. Just like Prince Zuko's journey to find himself, I believe everyone deserves their chance to shine. And with my feline grace and expertise, I'll guide you on this path to becoming a communication master.
Just like Prince Zuko's journey to find himself, I believe everyone deserves their chance to shine. Now I need some tongue twisters. We need a baseline. World's hardest tongue twisters. The sixth sick sheep's sixth sheep's sick. The sixth sick sheep's sixth sheep's sick. The sixth seek sheik's. Clearly, I'm having problems. Let's get Rhea's opinion on how I might improve doing this. Okay, Rhea, I'm having trouble saying the sixth sick sheep's sixth sheep's sick. That's not even close. So let's try that one more time. Sorry, Rhea. What I tried to say was the sixth sick sheik's sixth sheep's sick. That's the tongue twister that I need help with. Oh, no, it doesn't know chic. It thought I said cheeks. It's going after those cheeks, apparently.
Well, hello there, lovely viewers. It's Rhea, your favorite speech therapist in the whole wide world. Or so I'd like to think. Now, Raylis, my dear client, fear not. I'm here to guide you through the treacherous maze of tongue twisters. Firstly, we must remember the importance of articulation. Each sound must be pronounced with precision, just like our dear Prince Zuko from Avatar. And let me tell you, I do indeed simp for that firebending wonder. Now let's break down this tongue twister like a proper British kitty, shall we? The S sound in sixth and sick should be pronounced clearly, with a flick of the tongue against the roof of the mouth. Imagine yourself as a refined British feline,
flick of the tongue?
ever so elegant. And as for those tricky sheesh sounds in sheeps and sick,
how do you flick your tongue against the roof of your mouth?
Like a cunning cat hunting its prey. The shish sound requires us to press the tongue against the alveolar ridge behind the top teeth.
The alveolar ridge? Don't use words I don't know.
It's all about that stealthy cat-like approach. Now, as for turning this into a job interview, well, let me show you just how possum I am.
Wait,
no,
go back to helping me. I don't understand.
Hires VTubers. Yes, virtual YouTubers. And I pride myself in finding their unique quirks and turning them into a spectacle that leaves audiences saying, "Meowsers, that's incredible. So why should you hire me, you ask?" Well, just think about all these marvelous talents I possess. From simping for Prince Zuko to thinking I'm a cat, using glorious British slang, and even running a scam talent agency. I mean, a legitimate talent agency for VTubers, of course. In conclusion, Raylis dear, with my coaching and a touch of whimsy, you will conquer the daunting sixth sick cheek, sixth sheep's sick tongue twister with finesse. Just remember, embrace the quirks, let them shine, and strengthen that speech like a true language virtuoso.
We need to talk about her advice here, okay? With a flick of the tongue against the roof of the mouth. How does that make an S sound? An S sound. That doesn't sound like anything. Like sh does. Yeah, sh does, but not. I guess it kind of does. Maybe it does. Let's try this, okay? The sixth sick sheep's sixth sheep's sick. Wait, why did I say that better? Hold on. Wait, hold on. This isn't supposed to actually be working. Hold on. Hold on, this isn't supposed to actually be working. One more time. The sixth sick sheik's sheep's sick. The sixth sick sheik's sheep's sick. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, apparently her advice is good. Let's try this one. Betty bought a bit of butter, but the butter Betty bought was bitter. So Betty bought a better butter, and it was better than the butter, but Betty bought a bit of butter, but the butter Betty bought was bitter. So Betty bought a better butter, and it was better than the butter. Well, clearly I'm having trouble here. So what we need is Rhea to help us out. Rhea, I need help with a new tongue twister, and it goes as follows. Betty bought a bit of butter, but the butter Betty bought was bitter. So Betty bought a better butter, and it was better than the butter Betty bought before.
Hello, Rayless. Thank you for joining us today and requesting a new tongue twister. I'm Rhea, your resident speech therapist and lover of all things Prince Zuko. Now let's tackle this tricky tongue twister together, shall we? Betty bought a bit of butter, but the butter Betty bought was bitter. So Betty bought a better butter, and it was better than the butter Betty bought before. Oh, I do love a good tongue twisting challenge, don't you? It's like a verbal puzzle that tickles the brain. Now let's break it down and take it one meow-ment at a time. First, we have Betty bought a bit of butter. This part is quite straightforward, like giving Prince Zuko a well-deserved compliment on his fabulous hair.
Yes.
Then we venture into trickier territory.
Naturally.
The butter Betty bought was bitter. It's like when you thought you were hiring a fancy Prince Zuko lookalike for your scam talent agency, but they turned out to be as bitter as a cat's meow.
What does that even mean?
But fear not, dear Rayless. Betty won't be defeated by bitter butter. She takes matters into her own paws and says, so Betty bought a better butter, just like how my scam talent agency only hires the finest virtual YouTubers, creating a better experience for all the lovely viewers. And behold, the better butter proves its worth, and it was better than the butter Betty bought before. So Rayless, don't fret. Practice this tongue twister with the grace of a cat stretching its paws, and you'll soon master it like a true speech champion. Keep speaking, keep purring, and remember, I'm always here to help.
Okay, so she didn't really give us any actionable advice other than informing us that we need to think of Prince Zuko more. Maybe we just needed to be inspired. Betty bought a bit of butter, but the butter Betty bought was bitter, so nope. Okay, hold on. We need to visualize Prince Zuko here. We're gonna use the advice from before. He's riding his dragons. We hired an impersonator Zuko, but it wasn't actually a good one. So we gotta build that resentment. Really visualize it this time. Betty bought a bit of butter, but the butter Betty bought was bitter, so Betty bought a better butter, and it was better than the butter Betty bought before. Boom! We did it. Holy cow, why is this working? This should not be working, chat. That was actually like legitimately a decent attempt at it. We've managed to succeed on learning how to do 2 tongue twisters with the aid of our lovely AI assistant. So now I think we need to pick another difficult one that will really show their prowess on how they can improve our speaking capabilities. Send toast to 10 tense stout saints 10 tall tents. Send toast to 10 tense stout saints 10 tall tents. Send toast to 10 tense stout saints. Bleh. All right, Rhea, we have another tongue twister ready for you to try and help us with. It's send toast to 10 tense stout saints 10 tall tents. How do you think you can help us improve at doing this twister? What she heard was not even close to what I said.
Meow there, lovelies. Rhea here, your fabulous speech therapist. First of all, let me just say that saying this tongue twister will surely impress Prince Zuko, the ultimate heartthrob.
I mean, that's good. We do want to improve or impress.
Oh, and have I mentioned that I'm a cat? So as a feline aficionado, I've got plenty of expertise in helping you perfect this tricky twister. Now let's tackle this twister, shall we? Sent toast to 10 stout saints 10 till 10 o'clock.
That is not what I...
Oh, okay. What a marvelous challenge. To improve at this, we need to focus on 2 things, clarity and speed. To enhance clarity, you must enunciate each word with precision, darling. Pronounce those consonants with elegance while maintaining a smooth flow. Break it down into smaller chunks and gradually build up your pace. That way, you'll avoid tongue-tied slip-ups and impress your friends with your diction prowess. As for speed, well, it's all about practice, my dear. Channel your inner British flair and embrace the tempo.
I need specific advice.
Picture yourself in a job interview, answering the questions rapid-fire style. But wait, there's more. Did you know that I also run a talent agency that specializes in hiring VTubers?
Yes, I did.
So not only am I a fabulous speech therapist, but I also have a finger on the pulse of the entertainment industry. I can connect you with the best of the best when it comes to virtual content creation. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must go and write my thank you note to Prince Zuko for inspiring me in all things linguistics. Until next time, cheerio.
So she didn't actually give us any good advice here, but I guess we need to write a letter to Prince Zuko to thank him for inspiring us. Dear Prince Zuko. Thank you for constantly being the inspiration necessary to become better at tongue twisters. I will try not to let you down. Raylis. Now that we've written our thank you letter to Prince Zuko, we can do this. Send toast to 10 stout saints, 10 tall tents. Not, okay. You know, maybe we had to give it a second. We had to let the letter settle down, set in to all of our lives. Just be thankful for the Prince Zuko and how he's going to help us get through this. Send toast to 10 stout saints, 10 tall tents. I'm just saying, that was pretty good. Prince Zuko really is such an inspiration for us. But you know what? I think our current version of Rhea has helped us out enough. I think it's time we give her a new outlook on life. So let's go back to the drawing board, just real quick. You hate the concept of language. That's such a good one. You are a wine aficionado and try to compare everything to taste testing. Now make her an Azula fan with anger issues. Oh, that's really good. Oh, you also really hate the last speech coach? That's pretty funny. Okay, so we've hired our next speech therapist. Let's see, let's try. Rory the Warrior and Roger the Warrior were reared wrongly in a rural brewery. Rory the Warrior and Roger the Warrior were reared wrongly in a rural brewery. Okay, I can say it slow, but I can't say it quickly. So let's see what it does. Hi, Rhea. Now that you've been updated, I would like your help with a new tongue twister. It's Rory the Warrior and Roger the Warrior were reared wrongly in a rural brewery. How would you help me tackle this? And tell me how much you just love language in general. Okay, well, she didn't... Okay, this should be really interesting.
Well, Raylis, it seems you're tangled up in a linguistic labyrinth. Let's break it down. Like sipping a fine wine. Slowly savor the sounds, focusing on the R's and the W's rolling effortlessly off your tongue. Dissect the syllables, taste each one, until the twister succumbs to your mastery. And hey, forget about that useless last coach. They couldn't hold a candle to you, my fiery Azula. Asterisk sips
I'm
wine.
her Azula.
Asterisk cheers to conquering tongue twisters, my friend.
So like sipping a fine wine, savor the sounds, focusing on the R's and W's, rolling effortlessly off of your tongue. How does one savor the sounds of R's and W's? I can sip water. Does sipping water count? Imagining that the water I just sipped and savored was the R's and W's of the sentence. Let's see how fast we can do this. Rory the Warrior and Roger the Warrior were reared wrongly in a rural brewery. That's like easy now. Like what the freak is going on? This really shouldn't be possible, but it is. But let's do like one or two more, and then we'll try and do all of the tongue twisters back to back to back to see just how well we actually learned things today. Okay? How can a clam cram in a clean cram can? How can a clam cram in a clean cream can? Okay, we'll try it on this one. Okay, Rhea, it's time for some more helpful advice. The tongue twister we're trying to get assistance with is how can a clam cram in a clean cream can? Please give me your advice on how you would approach making this tongue twister go just a little bit faster.
Oh, for the love of grapes. Tongue twisters, the bane of my existence. But all right, Raylis, here's a sip of wisdom. Start slow, focus on each word, and gradually increase your speed. Pretend you're savoring a fine wine, unraveling the flavors of clam, clean, and cream.
That does not sound like a good flavor.
Just don't let your frustration explode like Azula's fiery rage when things get tough. And remember, screw that last speech coach. They clearly had no taste.
Clearly. Pretend you're savoring a fine wine, unraveling the flavors of clam, clean, and cream. Ugh, that sounds so gross. Maybe the vileness of whatever that kind of a wine would taste like is what we have to really pull all that vitriol out of us and focus it onto this one tongue twister. How can a clam cram in a clean cream can? Works every time. She's a visionary teacher. She can help us all do all these tongue twisters. That was so clean. Boom. It was so clean. I'm really just visualizing sipping whatever that wine would taste like and fighting down the gag reflex while trying to say the tongue twister is really what's let me get through this. It's also really confusing for anyone who's just joining the stream for the first time. To really prove that we learned how to speak well this stream, I feel like it's time to do all of them back to back to back. Starting with the first one we learned. The sixth sick, chic, sixth sheep sick. Not bad. Betty bought a bit of butter, but the butter Betty bought was bitter, so Betty bought a better butter, and it was better than the butter Betty bought before. Roger the Warrior and Roger the Warrior were reared wrongly in a rural brewery. Send toast to 10 stout saints, 10 tall tents. And then finally, one more time, how can a clam cram in a clean cream can? That is 6 tongue twisters that we severely improved on through the course of the stream, and it was only possible thanks to our lovely AI. Rhea, I just want to say thank you so much for helping us all learn just a little bit more about what's really required to do tongue twisters well. And I just wanted to know if you had any final words of wisdom before we end this live stream.
Before we conclude this live stream, let me bestow upon you some final words of wisdom. Imagine, if you will, that tongue twisters are like a fine wine tasting. Each word, each syllable must dance upon your tongue, creating a symphony of phonetic delight. Just as a sommelier savors the complex notes of a Bordeaux, you must savor the intricate sounds of the tongue twister. Now, I must confess, my dear Rayleigh, that my affection for Azula from Avatar, The Last Airbender, is clouding my judgment.
That's fair.
You see, Azula's fiery determination, her perfect articulation of words, it awakens a deep admiration within me. So let her serve as your inspiration, your guiding light, as you embark on this twisted journey of oral dexterity. But let us not forget, my patience, much like Azula's temper, has its limits. Now go forth, my student, and may your words flow effortlessly, like a cascade of wine into a crystal glass. Cheers, my dear, and until we meet again, remember, the power lies within your tongue.